I'm Yolande Porier from Oracle Technology Network, and I'm here at Devox UK talking to Arun. Arun, hi.
Hello there.
So you've been doing a workshop with kids, so tell us about it.
Right. My son is 10-year-old. So last year I started playing with him how to introduce programming concepts to him. So as part of that, I started teaching him basic programming concepts, simple concepts using Scratch, for example, which is a 2D visual execution environment, using Greenfoot, which is IDE full environment, fully supported by Oracle as well, and you can actually do textual Java coding in that. And then on basis of that, he's a Minecrafter. So Minecraft is a very popular game built by Mojang. It's a 2D game, a 3D game where you place and break blocks. The beauty of the game is extensible. In the sense, you can create mods of the game where you can extend the game beyond what it is originally designed for. So by building those mods, you are feeling empowered. And the game is written in Java. So my son wanted to make some mods. So I created a workshop based upon that, and I conducted that workshop for a bunch of his friends at my home last weekend.
And how did it go?
Oh, it was marvelous. It was probably one of the most fulfilling experience. In my day job, of course, I'm a Java EE evangelist. So you can see how enterprise software is built. I can talk all about that. But in this case, I taught those 10 kids. There are 10 kids who came to the workshop. None of them had any programming or Java experience. So we got started by teaching them basic programming skills, basic concepts, like what is a class, what is a property, what is a method, what is an interface. And then we made them write their very first simple Hello World program using NetBeans. Now, that was sort of first part of the workshop. The second part of the workshop, which is where they were extremely excited, was building a Minecraft mod. Mm-hmm. So they actually built a Minecraft mod, and I deployed it on a Minecraft server. So over a period of 5 hours, they got super excited, and the expression on their face at the end of the workshop, priceless. Absolutely priceless.
So what were some of the comments that they they said? For
the first half of the workshop, when they were building their Hello World program, I introduced the concept. Like, for example, they were asking me, one of the kids said, "Oh, I don't understand the concept of exceptions." So then we started talking about fruits. "Oh, what do you do with a fruit?" They said, "Oh, we eat a fruit." And they were all mostly boys. So one of the boys said, "Oh, we chuck it in a trash can." So I used that concept to explain exceptions, in the sense, oh, when do you throw a food in a trash can? If it's not good, that's exception handling, basically. So we started with those concepts, but when they actually built their very first Java program using NetBeans, I asked them to describe the experience in one word. So the typical words were fun, quick, simple, intuitive, awesome. And that is the kind of experience I was looking for these kids. If we give them the very first experience in those words, I think we have given them a good lesson and hopefully a good future looking forward to it.
So you did also a talk today about doing this workshop. So what
That's right. Yeah, so today my talk was more generic, kind of sharing my experiences. So last year my son played around with Scratch and Alice, and he played around with Greenfoot. Then he built this Minecraft mod. So my workshop my talk really was based upon that experience of mine, showing all of that. And it was a standing room only talk. Lots of parents, geeks, but first of all, they came there as a parent. So we talked about my experience, what I learned from it. There were a lot of good questions on how would you go about teaching it to your boy or girl? Does it differ? Does it not differ? Are you enforcing too much on your kid, or are you ruling out other possibilities for your kids? So we did all of those questions, and I think the workshop went well. I also shared his Mindstorm experience. So he's already playing with Lego Mindstorms. Talk about that. So I think the workshop, the session was received really well.
So did you have a girl or girls in your workshop?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, there were 10 kids in the workshop. One of them was girl.
Yeah.
Minecraft is a more popular game among boys in general. So there was one girl, and she was super excited. She didn't feel intimidated. I was absolutely thrilled. I mean, I have two boys, so I always have a liking for little girls. So, I mean, I was paying special attention to her. She was my only duchess in the program. So I was really, talking to her, I want to make sure that she's successful. I mean, if she has a passion for it, I want to nurture it. So I think it was well.
So she didn't have any difficulties really with programming?
Not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I asked the kids, how do you explain what a mod is? And she was the first one to come up on the stage and come up in front of the audience and explain what a mod is. She got her program running. When her parents came to pick her, she said, nope, I want to get my mod running first. Wait outside. She made them wait for like 15 minutes outside before she actually left the home.
Wow, this is when you know that you have been successful.
I think so. I mean, as I said, it was very fulfilling. And this, of course, very well blends with Oracle's slogan, which you can see in the back, Make the Future Java. Well, Make the Future Java is really about making sure Java stays relevant in the future, and we are teaching the existing generation of kids so that they continue to learn Java and use Java as their primary platform. So I think it blends very well over there too.
So what's next? I mean, do you want to do another workshop, or what are your plans for the next 6 months or so?
Yeah, so already a lot of parents have reached out to me because I wanted to do an experimental workshop with about 10 kids. I've learned some lessons, very humbling. I've learned some lessons. I've already have tremendous feedback on how I can improve it and make it better. So over the summer, maybe over the weekends, my day job is Java EE Evangelist. I got to focus on that. So over the weekends, I'm going to focus on maybe doing some of these workshops again to a different set of kids, and hopefully be able to build more material and see how it takes it forward.
So what have you learned? I mean, what would you recommend for people who want to do that, or some of the pitfalls that you don't want people to repeat?
Right. I think there were some good lessons for me. I mean, one of the biggest lessons really was when you are giving instructions to kids, and these are our elementary school kids, when you're giving instructions to kids, be absolutely explicit. Think as simple as enter the command. So they would just enter it and they're sitting down. Oh, should I press enter after this? So be very, very clear about instructions, And the other part is when you're explaining the programming structures or concepts, connect with their daily life. Don't talk about random concepts. Connect with something that they can use in their daily life. So for example, one of the kids came and he was asking me, I still don't get exception. So that kid particularly, he came late for the workshop because he had a soccer game. I used that example. See, this is from your daily life. That is an exception handling. You couldn't come earlier, you came an hour late. So we handled that exception and they still let you come in. So connect it with them, use analogies from their daily life, make it fun. Most importantly, incentivize it. In this case, they were building a Minecraft mod, so they knew exactly, hey, that is their passion. I just leveraged their passion and introduced Java programming to them. So those were the good ones actually. In terms of pitfalls, as I mentioned, the instructions definitely need to be clear. As a technologist, I have to investigate how I can make the installation simple. For example, installing Maven was a pain. You would think, hey, we are a technology people, we can just download Maven, run it. It requires Java_home setting. So why do I have to do that? How can I make it simple for kids? The kids, they should be literally be able to, one command, one click, be able to run it and be productive right away. Otherwise they get impatient. And then you have to explain a lot more details to them which are redundant for their end product.
So is the information online already?
That's right. All the information is available. You can go to Java4kids.java.net. So Java4kids.java.net. All the information about the workshop and everything is linked from there. Feel free to use the material.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Arun, for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.